Morning. Oh, and I lost her. God, I'm so useless at this. Hey, Joe.
Oh,
How's the sound and the video and everything? Good?
yeah, looks all right so far.
Say good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Okay. Find a comfy seat, Joe. Make sure you have a towel, a pillow, just any props. Have a good class. Okay, I'm trying to do 20 things on this phone, and then let me sign you all in so that Anna knows who's here. Fiona and Jenny. Hello. There you go. Yeah. Voila. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Okay, anyone have any kind of ailments that are bothering them today? Aches, pains. Okay, cool. So, in your comfortable seats, really being mindful of what's happening with the legs. Is it comfortable how you're sitting? And then really be mindful of the hands. We're beginning class here, so we're trying to just let go of whatever's distracting us. So really notice if you're like sort of gripping on here, let your hands relax wherever they are. Give your shoulders a little shake, let them soften, and gently close down the eyes. And then also notice if you squeeze the eyes shut tight, let there be a gentleness there. Sit up nice and tall through the spine, but then relax the shoulders. You can gently draw the belly in here to support the lower back, helping you sit up a little taller. And a nice long breath in through the nose. And an exhale out the nose. And then pausing here and feeling the breath this morning. No need to shift or change whatever the quality of your breath is right now. Feeling the breath flow in and out of the body. And in our practice this morning, we're going to have a flow practice. So bringing some movement in and really trying to connect the body, the mind, and the breath together. And so our focal point as we begin is the breath. You're seeing how it feels to breathe this morning, whether you have quite a short breath and the chest is feeling a bit tight. If you can make the breath a little longer, really fill up the lungs and empty out the lungs. And then trying to keep that breath flowing in and out of the nose. And as we start to bring movement into the practice, you want to feel this flow of breath. That is your guide. So if you feel the breath becoming a little short, sharp, then slow down your movements, or maybe just slow down, pause, stop. Find your flow today. And then in your own head today, as you inhale, count to 4. And then as you exhale, count to 4. So you are finding your own pace right now. Inhale to 4, exhale to 4. And then doing one more cycle, counting the breath in and out. And then once you're finished, gently blinking open the eyes. Bringing a little bit of movement into the body. So shaking out the shoulders, the neck, and then starting to work on the wrists. So with flow, we do a few down dogs, a few things on hands and knees. So often that can get a little tricky in the hands. So let's start to just open them up this morning. So circling one way. Again, move as quick or as slow as you like. And then start to circle the other way, bringing a bit of coordination into our practice. And then we're going to press the palms together, and you're going to bring the backs of the hands together, and now front, back, front, back. So try and bring them to touch. And then this helps us stretch out front and back of the wrist, relaxing the fingers, and then go in the opposite direction. Relax the face. Whenever we concentrate, it can get a little. Okay, shaking them out. And just one quick, palms face down, fingertips on the floor, and push one hand down, relax, push the other hand down. So getting a nice long stretch through the inside of the arm here. Nothing too strong this morning. And then giving them a shake. Hands behind you, bring the feet out in front this morning, and then let your knees get a little shake from side to side. And then point your right foot in front, point, flex, point, flex. See how that feels. So my feet look pretty weird. I went to see a podiatrist this week because my toenail looked like it was going to pop off, and I started freaking out because I always overreact about everything. And it was fascinating. Circle the other way. I don't walk properly, and my big toes flip up, and then the toes rub on my shoes, and I have really thick toenails, and like all the bits of skin on my foot that are hard, it's because I'm not walking properly. So that was pretty interesting. She's put this plaster on to help me like correct other side. Point, flex, and then circle. And so it was fascinating because she's a podiatrist. She studied about the feet, and then I started talking to her about yoga, and then we sort of do that thing in mountain pose where we have the 4 corners. And she was like, yeah, that's helpful, but not if there's something that you're trying to correct. So for example, if you have a really flat edge, that's really tricky because for you, it's very specific. And then it just made me realize that I wish all these different modalities would just work together. It would make our life so much easier. Yeah. Then I left and I'm like, I need to see the dermatologist, and I need to see the chiropractor, and I just need to see everyone.
But it's all at once.
Yeah. So bring the soles of the feet to touch, and then the knees wide. And let the hands be comfortable behind you. So they're supporting you, you're pushing the chest gently forwards, and the heels are as close in towards your body as feels comfortable. And then give them all a little shake. But then now I've also realized I have to throw all my shoes away, which is a bit upsetting. And my feet have got bigger because I had a baby. Yeah, you go up a foot size sometimes. Shocking. Okay, giving them all a shake. We're going to go into hands and knees. And so hopefully the wrists feel a little warmer. As you go into hands and knees, spread the fingers wide, stack your shoulders on top of your wrists, and then knees hip distance apart, and you're stacking your hips on top of your knees. So let's see how it feels if we don't stack the joints. Let the shoulders come forwards over the hands, and then see how that feels in the hands. Let your hips drop back over your knees down to the heels. And so that's really over accentuated, coming forwards, going back, and then shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, push up through the arms, hug the belly button to the spine, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together on the back. So you might need to bend the elbows to get there. You're looking forwards to the top of your mat. Now, trying to keep all of these little bits and pieces, extend your right leg back behind you, big toe on the floor. So if you find the hands get really heavy, squeeze the shoulder blades together, push the arms away from the floor, squeeze the bum, that might be helpful, draw the belly in. One more breath here, and then placing the knee back down, give everything a shake, shake out the hands if you need to, stack the joints, and then push away from the floor, reach your left arm back. And so helping you see if these little pointers aren't happening, we're sort of sinking in somewhere. As you pick up a leg or a limb, you're going to notice. Maybe it's heavier in that left hand. Push the arms away from the floor. Hug the belly in. Try and make the pose a little lighter. And then bring the knee down. Give everything a shake. Circle the wrists. Fingers spread wide. If it's very uncomfortable today, you might find just opening the hands a little wider than shoulder distance is helpful. Push through the fingers. And then what can also be helpful is this sort of L shape in the hand. You're squeezing it in towards each other. So there's no movement on the mat, but you're trying to hug everything in. And then that can help to engage the arms a little more. So spread the fingers, squeeze them in onto the toes. Big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let the head look back behind you. Pedal the legs out, one knee, then the other. And then open the feet to hip distance apart. And then you decide here, how close do you want the feet? How far away? You want to be able to lengthen your spine. Bring your head back in line with your arms. And the knees can bend as much as they need to. Keep squeezing the arms in towards each other here. Take a deep breath in and a breath out. And now looking towards your hands, walk your feet and your hands towards each other. Slowly walk your hands up your legs. Come up to stand. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Looking at the thumbs or closing the eyes. And so remembering in this flow practice today, we still want to feel grounded. We still want to try and feel balanced. So by bringing the hands together, it's reminding us we have a right and a left side, but we want to bring everything together to this central point. So right now, as you push the palms together, imagine there's this line that's running through the center of your body, our midline. And then whatever pose we're in, we're trying to bring these two sides together, find balance. Be centered. Opening the eyes if they're closed. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands through center. Bend the knees, fold forwards down to the floor. Fingertips on the floor or on the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up, open wide. Exhale, back through center, palms at heart center. Looking down or closing the eyes. So one more. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, back to center, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms wide, open up. Exhale, back to center. Looking at the hands, closing the eyes, taking a few breaths here. And then blinking open the eyes, make sure you're up at the top of your mat. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart, hands on the waist. Bend the knees, look forward. And so as you bend the knees, we want the hips to drop back. So make sure your toes are quite light. You're squeezing the tops of the thighs together. So usually what happens here is we really squeeze the knees tight. Upper thighs, squeeze them together. Now arms reach up. If this is really uncomfortable, you can have cactus arms. Sink down into the heels, squeeze the belly in here, chest open, breath even, squeezing those thighs together. So we're really trying to build some leg strength. One more deep breath in. Exhale, fold forwards, give the legs a shake. Hands on the shins or fingertips on the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, fold all the way back down. Fingertips down, step your right foot back, way back for a lunge. Drop down onto the right knee. So here, maybe the hands are hovering because touching the floor is a little tricky. Maybe you are touching the floor. Try and stack your left knee over your left ankle. See how that feels. And then maybe if we bring the hand up onto the thigh, that helps a little more. Maybe if you have some blocks, great, you can use those. So now as we're here, or if you're on some blocks and you're comfortable there, hug the inner thighs together. So think about this midline idea, squeezing left and right together. So it makes the pose a little lighter. Now everyone try and reach their arms up to the sky. So see if that maybe takes a bit of pressure out of that right knee, helps the pose feel lighter. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keep squeezing those thighs together. Take a breath in here. Exhale, twist to your left. So as you squeeze the inner thighs together, notice you can't twist as far. It's more important to keep that containment than to go really deep into the pose. Belly draws in. Squeeze the thighs. One more breath. Now look forwards. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come down. Up onto the back toes. Lift the knee. Step the foot forwards. Pick it up. Step it next to the front foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Big stretch. Exhale, back down to the floor. Fingertips down, left foot back. Bring the knee down. And you're either staying here or you're going straight into here. So you decide. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Try and find balance. Notice if it's unsteady. Are these front toes gripping the mat? Let them be light. And then you might find the inner thigh sort of switch on, switch off. It gets a little wobbly. Try and find balance. And everyone slowly reach your hands up. And then really pull up to the sky. Try and find length here. Steady breath. Hands to heart center. Now really bringing your attention to the tops of the thighs. Squeeze them in. Take a breath. Exhale, twist. Don't forget about the legs here. Breathe. And then often twisting can be very different from one side to the other. Push down through that right foot. Squeeze the thighs. Twist the torso. Nice. Good focus. Slowly turning forwards. Arms reach up. Big stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down. Pick up the left foot. Knee comes up. Step the feet together at the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down. Hands onto the waist. Big step back with your right foot, warrior two pose. So this time, much wider distance with the legs. Back foot parallel to back edge of mat. Front knee bends forwards. So as you bring this knee forwards, do you feel a really big collapse in this back thigh? You want to anchor the outside edge of the foot down so it lifts. And then you want this left knee to open up to the left so the thigh gets a nice big stretch. Belly in, arms stretch out. Just your head is looking forward. So notice if this right hip is pulling forwards. It will a little bit, but we don't want the whole torso to turn. We're trying to open the chest. We're trying to open the legs. Bend into that front knee. You want the knee over the ankle, preferably. Have a look if it gets a little wobbly. Keep trying to correct that. Now flip the palms here. Relax the shoulders. Keep those legs strong. There's still a midline point here, so you're sort of drawing everything up into center. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the left arm up and back. Notice if your front knee straightens. Keep the knee bent. All the way back up, warrior two. Lower half of the body still, upper half moves. Inhale, breath. Exhale, reach up. Come back up. Pause. Take an inhale. Exhale. All the way back up. Straighten that front leg. Arms come down. Give everything a little shake. Bend into the knee again. Arms stretch out. Now turn the palms towards the side wall. Bring the left hand in front of the left knee. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Bent knee triangle. If straightening the arm feels uncomfortable, you can bend the elbow here. Keep lifting up through the legs. Keep drawing in through the belly. Really try and open through that right shoulder. One more breath. Back up, warrior two pose. Now straighten the front leg. You might find if the knees feel a little uncomfortable, you can bring that back leg slightly in. Now the bum pushes back, the left arm reaches forwards, reach a little more, reach a little more. Left arm down, right arm up, full triangle this time. So you can rest this left hand somewhere if you like. You can suspend the hand, your choice. Open through the shoulders. If it's really uncomfortable, you can place that right hand on the waist, but then keep pulling that right shoulder open. One more breath. Looking down to your mat. Try and frame the foot with the hands. Spin the back toes to face forwards. Pick up the back leg. Step it forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up to the sky. And exhale, hands come down. Left foot back this time, warrior two. So legs in a straightish sort of line. Anchor that back heel down, bend the front knee, open the arms, warrior two pose. And then have a little play around with that front knee. It's probably going to want to collapse inwards. Try and open out. Relax the face. Breathe deeply. Maybe a smile. Nice. Okay. Turn the palms. So notice how we can relax the shoulders here a little more, but we don't want to sink into this pose. So lift up, open, be strong. Breath in. Exhale, reach up and back. All the way back up, warrior two. So learning to still the lower half, exhale, move the upper half. Bless you. All the way up. Let's do two more. Inhale, exhale, all the way up. Inhale here, exhale. Arms come up, relax, give that leg a shake. Back into bending the knee, arms open wide. Turn the palms in. Big breath in, exhale, right hand in front of right knee, left arm straight up or bend the elbow. Whatever works for you to open your shoulders. And remember, you can look wherever feels comfortable for the neck. You don't have to look up to the ceiling. So start at the floor, and then as you turn the head towards the ceiling, what feels more comfortable? And come all the way back up, warrior two pose, straighten the front leg. Walk that back leg in if you need to. Bum pushes back, right arm reaches forward. Stretch, stretch. Right arm down, left arm up, full triangle. And then what is the difference in this pose, how it feels through the body? One last breath. Looking down at the floor, frame the front foot with the hands. Spin the back toes to face forwards. Pick up the leg, step it forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, big stretch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Looking at the thumbs, closing the eyes. Steady the breath if you need to. Feel the body slowly starting to warm up. Open the eyes, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Inhale, reach up, big stretch. And exhale, hands to heart center. Repeating, so repetition today to help us hands onto the waist, pick up the right foot, step it back. Bend the front knee, warrior two pose. Open the arms. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reach up and back. Come all the way back up, warrior two. One more. Inhale, flip the front. Exhale, reach up. Nice. Back into warrior two. Hands onto the waist. Straighten the front leg. Adjust the back leg if you need to. Open the arms. And then quite important here to find space. Push the back hip back. Reach the front arm forward. Stretch as far as you can. Open the arms. That top arm lifting you up to the sky. Long, deep breaths here. And then going a little deeper. So bring this right arm back behind you. Place the back of your hand onto your lower back. See if you can bring the front arm down a little further. Pull that right shoulder back. You can bend the front knee a little bit if it's pinching. And then see how far you can get that right hand down the back. Can you maybe draw it towards the left hip? Working into a little bit of a bind, trying to open that right shoulder. Open the chest a little more, one more breath. And then slowly coming back up to stand, hands onto the waist. Turn the back toes to face forwards. So here we are in a lunge. You want to feel buoyant. So you're up on the back toes. It's a little bouncy. Bend into the front knee, arms reach up, high lunge pose. Deep breath in. As you exhale, open the arms wide. Breath in. As you exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, stay here. Maybe the front knee goes a little lower. Now see if you can balance. Keep the arms pulling you up. Weight into that front left foot. And you're going to try and straighten the left leg and pull the right knee into the chest. So bring that weight forwards. Lift the right foot. See how you go. Looking forwards. Lift up. Push the foot in front. Lift up a little more in that left leg. Place the foot down. Arms come down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Reach up to the sky as you breathe in. Exhale, hands come down. Left leg sets back, warrior two this time. And the front knee, open the arms so you know where we're going. Bring your looking forwards. So step this foot just a little more here. How does that feel? Yeah, not too wobbly. Relax the shoulders. Keep that front knee bent. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reach up and back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, pause. Inhale, breath. Exhale, open. Come back up. Hands onto the waist. Straighten the front leg. Full triangle. Open the arms. Extend that back hip. Reach the arm forwards. And then pivot open with the body. Right arm either hanging down or left or holding onto the thigh. So you decide. Then bend that top arm. Place the back of the hand onto the lower back. Turn this into a little bit of a bind. Twisting the torso. Really try and work that left hand back behind you. Breathe. Do you mind if I? Big breath in. And then exhale. Yeah, nice. One more breath. And then let's take our time to get out of here. Turn the torso. Hands onto the waist. Turn the back toes. Find your lunge here. You want to feel really nice and bouncy. So inner thighs squeezing together. That really helps. Arms reach up. Take a nice big breath here. Relax the toes in the front foot. Inhale, breath. Exhale, open the arms. Inhale, breath. Exhale, twisting right. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Squeeze the inner thighs. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Looking forwards, arms reach up. So now find your balance. Bring that weight into the front leg, draw the belly in, maybe scraping or dragging the left foot, lift up, reach up, find balance, extend the leg, push up through the right leg, stand up tall, nice, beautiful, foot comes down, hands to heart center, breath in, exhale, inhale, arms reach up, exhale, hands through heart center, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. So, linking all of those, and each one is connected to a breath. If it's going too fast, go at your own pace. If you're like, nah, not for me today, have a break. Fine. Okay. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands onto the waist. Bend the knees, pick up the right leg, step it back, warrior one. Take a breath. Exhale, bend the front knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, pause. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reach up and back. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Push the hip back. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, full triangle pose. Stay here for 2 breaths. Bend the top arm, back of the hand onto the lower back, your little bind, pushing up and open. 2 breaths. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Reach your left arm towards the front of the room. Now, lift your torso. Turn to face forwards. Arms reach up. Spin the back toes. If this is a little much, hands can come onto the waist. Find your lunge. We're arriving in high lunge. Squeeze the inner thighs. Inhale. Exhale, open. Inhale here. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Reach up. Pull up. Big breath in. Exhale, arms come down, back into your lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 1 more. Exhale. Hands onto the waist. Step the feet together. Give them a shake. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway. Exhale. Inhale, reach up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. So when we did these lunges, lifting, lowering, if you find that's too much, you can even turn it into something like this. You could even just stay here and do something like this. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands on the waist. Left foot steps back, warrior two pose. Open the arms, take a breath. As you exhale, bend that front knee. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Back into warrior two. Straighten the leg. Push the hip back, reach the arm forwards. Inhale, exhale, full triangle. Bring that top arm down behind you. A little quicker on this side. Take 2 breaths. Reach that left arm up to the sky. Reach the right arm out in front of you. Now turn the torso to reach forwards. Spin the back foot. Find your lunge here. Reach up to the sky. Take a breath in. Exhale, open. Inhale, breath. Exhale, twist. Did we twist the wrong way last time? Sorry. Inhale, open. That's just for continuity's sake. Twist the other way and see how that feels. Totally wrong. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist to the right. We'll just do it this side. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Reach forwards. Lift up. Big stretch. Weight into the front foot. Bring that back foot up. Lift up. Push forwards. Reach up. Big step. And now back. Arms come down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, pull up. Exhale. Last one, big step. Exhale. Feet step together. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Closing the eyes or looking at the thumbs, steadying the breath. Lifting up tall to feel the breath flowing through the body. And then one last little flow. See how we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the waist. Pick up the right foot. Step it back. Warrior two pose. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend that front knee. Open the thigh. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, up and back. Warrior two. Turn the palms. Left hand in front of left knee. Right arm straight up. Take a breath. Straighten the left knee. Still stay in your triangle shape here. Now bring the right hand down onto the lower back. Spin open the chest. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Hands onto the waist. Turn the body to face forwards. Spin onto the back heels. Find your nice bouncy lunge. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll get the twist right. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist left. So nice big twist through the torso. Squeeze those inner thighs together. You can keep the palms touching. You can open the arms. Your choice. One more breath. Turn the torso forwards. Arms reach up. Weight into that left foot. Lift the right leg up. Push the leg forwards. Breathe. Foot down. Arms down. Give it all a shake. Straight into the next side. Left leg back. Warrior two pose. Bend the front knee. Open the arms. So we keep coming back to the poses. Do they become a little more familiar in the body? Flip front palm. Inhale. Exhale. Back up. Warrior two. Flip the palms. Right hand in front of right knee. Left arm straight up. Triangle. Take a breath. Straight in the front leg. Open the arms. Open the chest. Full triangle for a breath. And then that top arm. Place the hand onto the lower back. Bind here. Hands onto the waist. Turn the pelvis forwards. Spin onto those back toes. Bouncy. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Squeeze everything to the midline. Breath in. Just the upper half of the body twist. So if you feel a sinking in that right hip, draw the hip back. Twist, twist. Arms can open here if you like, or hands stay together. One more breath. Looking forwards, hands up. Weight forwards. Here we go. Lift. Push the foot. Lift up a little taller. Beautiful. Maybe you need the floor. Do your best. One more breath. And then feet side by side. Arms down. Inhale. Exhale. Opening the eyes if they're closed again. Sort of midway down your mat. You don't need to be right up at the top. This time, palms face forwards, shoulder blades draw together. So you're opening the chest, you're drawing the belly in. There is a softness to the knees, so you don't want to snap the legs out tight. You're going to put your weight into your left foot. You're going to pick up your right foot and stretch it back. So you can keep the toes on the floor. You could hover the foot off the floor if you like. Palms are open. If you find this is all very wobbly, you can bring the hands onto the waist to make you feel a little steadier. So the floor is there to help you if you need it. Or if you are hovering, notice if you're bending that knee. So you want to extend the leg. A few more breaths. And so just to sort of work out the workings of the pose, place your hands here onto your hips. You want your pelvis to face forwards. But now often if we lift this leg, there's a slight lifting up of the pelvis. So this right hip comes down, everything's square forward. So each of us is different. Some can go a little higher, some need to stay on the floor. You decide. And then you can keep your hands there if that's helpful. You can place them back on your waist. You can have the arms alongside you, your choice. Find your balance. So lighten the toes of that left foot. You're standing up as tall as you can on the left leg. You're pushing that right leg back. Everything's active and strong. You're looking somewhere straight in front of you. Softening your vision. Lengthening your breath. Finding balance. And then slowly bring that right knee up into the chest. Hold on somewhere. Give the left knee a shake. And then straight into our next balance, you're going to open this right leg. The foot comes back down to the floor if you like, or it goes onto the calf for tree pose. So whatever helps you feel steady. Hands, any way you like. Find a soft gaze in front of you. And see how it feels to stand on one leg today. We usually have a little bit of a sway and a wobble. And then that right foot is your stabilizer. It's helping you balance. try and lift up as much as you can through that left leg. Use the wall if you need to. Breathe. And then staying with me here, bring the right knee forwards, push the leg forward. So if you need the floor again, use the floor. Draw the toes towards you, lift up tall. So you're stretching through the left leg, you're stretching through the right leg. Arms come down, legs come down. Give them a shake. Hands on the waist, left foot steps back. So it's very simple, but it's just helping you to figure out where your body's at today. Lift up tall. Might feel really different to the other side. And you can stay here if it makes sense. You can have the hands on the hips again to feel that alignment in your body. And then see what's happening. Yeah, use the wall if you need to. Breathe. We often hold our breath to find balance. And then you're not bending the back leg so the foot can lift up off the floor. You're stretching the left and the right leg equal amounts. But we're really challenging that left and right side of the body. Breathe. Nice, good focus. And see if your body eventually wants to collapse into that right side. Keep correcting that. Now bring the left knee into the chest. Give it a little squeeze, hold on wherever you can. And then slowly open that leg up to the left and find your tree pose. Foot on the floor, foot on the calf. Balancing on one leg, what would be helpful with the arms to find balance? You can press the palms together, you can reach the arms up, you can have cactus arms, you could hold opposite elbows, many, many options. And then breathe. And so this is a balancing pose, but that's a very loose term. So it might feel balanced, it might feel steady, it might feel wobbly, it might feel out of control. It's fine. This whole practice is a giant experiment for you to see where you are at this point in time. Hands come down. Turn that knee forwards. Push the leg in front. Give it a stretch. Maybe it's on the floor. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Lift up through the standing leg. Extend the opposite leg and then place the foot down. Give everything a shake. Big breath. Reach up. Exhale. Hands through heart center. Fold forwards. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Reach up to the sky. And exhale, fold all the way back down to the floor. If you're not at the top of your mat, take a little stroll up to the top in this forward fold. You're placing your hands on the floor, walking your feet back, and we're going onto hands and knees. Getting there however you get there. We're not ballerinas, doesn't need to look graceful. Give the shoulders a shake, give the hips a shake. Okay. So working a little bit through the core, through the shoulder girdle, through the wrists here. Remember, your hands can be a little wider than shoulder distance if you like. If your knees are a little twingy today and you've got a towel, place it there. So walk your knees a little further back. They're not underneath the hips anymore, but keeping your shoulders over your wrists. So we're working into a plank pose. You can have the feet side by side. Some of you lifting the feet up is helpful. Some of you crossing the ankles is helpful. So where I want you to be is feeling strong through the shoulders. You're not collapsing through the belly here. So the hips are not sinking to the floor. You're squeezing the belly in. The spine is nice and long. You're also not sinking into the shoulders. So push the arms away from the floor. Try and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Hug the belly into the spine. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, keeping the elbows tucked in, you're going to lower to wherever you can push back up and feel super strong. So maybe it's a 0.5 centimeter down and then you're pushing up. Push back, child's pose, relax the wrists, give them a little shake. So it doesn't matter how heavy it feels in this pose. It doesn't matter if it's really uncomfortable. We're trying to build strength through the shoulders. We're trying to take that weight out of the wrists. We're trying to really use the core. So your push-up is wherever you're at. Come up into your plank pose again. Spread the fingers wide, draw the belly in, take a deep inhale. Exhale, lower to your height, and then push back up. You're tucking the chin in. Breath in, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So only go to where you can. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Last one. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Push back, child's pose. Giving everything a shake. So you are finding your edge. It's that point where it's challenging, but it doesn't feel like something's going to snap or break. We're just peering over the edge, going, oh, that's a bit scary, hello, and then we're going back again. And then that edge just gets a little further and further away each time. Coming back up into plank pose, take a deep breath in. Now exhale, we're coming down to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down. Legs stretch out behind you. So the hands should be underneath the shoulders here, right up against the torso. Squeeze your big toes together. Push the tops of the feet down into the floor. You might feel the knees lift. Now as you inhale, push through the hands and lift the chest for baby cobra. But if you had to pick your hands up off the floor, you could stay wherever you are. So the spine muscles are working here. Exhale, forehead comes down. Inhale, lift up, push through the feet, not much pressure through the hands. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Now medium cobra. So inhale, lift, tops of the feet push down. This time push into the hands a little bit. Lift the chest away from the floor. So now we're going a little higher. Exhale, come down. This time, fingertips onto the outside of your mat. So right up onto fingertips. Elbows squeeze in, push down into the tops of the feet. As you inhale, push into the hands. Lift as high as your chest will allow. Take a deep breath in here. And then exhale, come down. Spread the arms wide. Turn your head to the right. Left cheek on the floor. Give your hips a little shake, give your feet a little shake. Maybe the fingers and the wrists need a little shake here. And turning your head to the other side. And then placing the hands alongside the torso, pushing up here, coming up to sitting on your mat. Once you're sitting up tall here, stretch the legs out in front today. Find a comfy position. So for some of us, it might be a bit of a shuffle. You really want to feel the sitting bones on the floor, on a blanket, on a pillow, whatever you like. When we need to elevate the hips is if you sit in this position and you feel like the body's kind of being scrunched, if we lift the hips a little higher, it'll help us sit up tall. If you don't have a prop, then releasing that tension somewhere. So bending the knees. If I straighten my knees, this feels more comfortable. If I bend my knees, this feels more comfortable. So push your heels away, draw your toes towards you, reach your arms up to the sky. So we're asking the core to do most of the work here today. If this is uncomfortable, cactus arms. Squeezing shoulder blades together, pushing through the legs. So right now we're really trying to lengthen through the back of the body. The belly draws in here to support the middle of the body. But now remember, there's this center line running through the center. Inner thighs squeezing together. Squeezing in here, lifting up. Breathe. And so this midline helps us. Sometimes we can be a little heavier on one side or the other. Hug in. One more breath. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep the legs strong. Inhale, reach up. Twist to the left. Inhale, reach up. Keeping the arms up. Exhale, keep reaching up, reaching up. Now slowly start to bring them forwards. Keep pulling forwards, look forwards. And maybe they reach the toes, maybe they come besides the legs. So the top of the head is pulling you forwards here, and you're trying to bring the belly onto the thighs rather than just curling up and bringing the head down towards the thighs. So as you inhale, there's a lengthening through the torso, and then as you exhale, there's a softening down. This is an option for this pose. If this is just not working, not comfortable, you can have legs wide, knees bent, arms in front. You decide here. It is the same stretch. Breathe deeply. Arms reach forwards. Bring the arms in line with the head. Pull the fingers forwards. Push the toes back towards your face. Push your heels away from you. Reach the fingertips forwards a little more. Hug the belly in. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Push the heels away. Reach the fingers up. Big breath in. Exhale, arms come down. Give everything a shake. So, hip opener today. Few options. Okay. You have this option. Left leg in front, right ankle above the knee on the thigh. Foot strong, you're staying here. You're holding the leg, you're flexing the right foot, and you're sitting up tall. You can be here. Option number 2 is to place the foot and the knee into the creases of the arms, and you can lift it up. You can stay here. Third option, bend the leg. Knee faces forwards, shin parallel to the top of your mat. Thigh log pose, stacking the legs one on top of the other. So, option 1, option 2, option 3. Same pose, what works for you? Wherever you are, top foot flex to protect the knee, body nice and strong. So you're holding onto the leg or the arms are alongside you, hugging the belly in. Everything to center. Open the chest, tall through the body. And so quite easy in this one to really focus on the hips, forget about everything else. Close down the eyes, take your attention into the physical body. Get out of the head. Long breaths here. Final deep breath. Hands alongside you on the floor if they're not there already. Legs out in front, give them a nice shake. And so on the other side, try all 3 poses and you'll be surprised. Maybe this side's a bit different. So number 1, you don't have to place your foot in the creases if you like. You can just lift the leg if you like. Or number 3, sit up. Hold on to the leg, arms alongside you. Remember to keep that top foot flexed. Breathe. And Karina, bring the bottom shin forwards. So bring your foot, yeah. So you want to stack them. Yeah, does that get a bit stronger? Flex that foot a bit more. Let that knee be really heavy. Sit up. How's that? Ouch. So you'll feel the difference. If you point that top foot and then flex, if your knee's fine, you never have any issues, it's probably not an issue. But we can really hurt the joints in yoga if we don't, any movement exercise, if you don't pay attention. And then it's really frustrating as a teacher if someone comes to you and says, I got an injury from yoga. But it's, yeah, just pay attention. That is what we're learning to do here. Paying attention of the body, becoming aware of what distracts us. How often do we become distracted? Can we keep our attention on the task at hand? Or what is it that's so important that keeps drawing us away from here? Sit up a little taller. Take one more deep breath in and out. And then hands alongside you, the legs come forwards, give everything a little shake. Sitting cross-legged, arms reach up. Exhale, twist to your right, arms come down. Inhale, reach up. Twist to your left, arms come down. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Arms reach up, big stretch up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Looking at the thumbs or closing the eyes. Sit up tall. And then really being aware of this feeling of trying to be centered within ourselves, of connecting all the different parts. And keeping it really simple here, left and right, coming together. And to end your practice today, you can remain seated in a comfortable position with the hands, or you might like to lie down onto your back. Your choice. Whatever you decide to do, gently closing the eyes. Letting go of any need or desire to change the breath at this point. And using these few moments at the end of your practice to observe. And so often if I practice yoga in the morning, it's really hard to come onto the mat. That's probably the hardest thing to do. But then at the end of my practice, I'm giving myself a big pat on the back for actually doing the practice. So as you pause, as you're here in stillness, how are you feeling this morning after our practice together? If you're at home or here at the studio. And the practice of yoga is not just about moving our bodies. It's not just a physical practice. It's about having this deeper understanding of ourselves, of the many different things that make us, us. And that's why often with our practice, we can shift how we're feeling. We can change sensation in the physical body and the emotional body. But then also learning this sense of just being curious, not pushing or shifting or changing anything. Just allowing yourself to be. Bringing tiny movements back into the body, a little movement through the hands, Gently moving the toes. Maybe moving the tongue around in the mouth. Gently nodding the head from side to side. Taking a gentle, clearing breath. And those of you lying down, making your way up to sitting, and keeping the eyes gently closed here, keeping our attention inwards for the last few breaths of our practice. And then slowly bringing the two palms to touch, feeling a little more connected to ourselves, feeling a little more ready to face our day. And sitting up tall, breath in through the nose, back out through the nose. Bowing the head to the hands as a sign of gratitude to yourself. And thank you for letting me guide you through your practice this morning. Blinking open the eyes. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thanks, Joe. Have a nice Saturday. Bye. Oh, why can't I end it? Thanks, everyone.